This is the House of Parliament where men and women have sat for decades, making decisions that would affect all our lives. Do they really work in the interests of the people or themselves? They sit at the round tables, trying to decipher which way to turn. Is it left or is it right? Have the people benefited from those decisions? Our people have suffered for far too long. Change should not be a figment of the imagination, but reality. Every boy, every girl, every man, every woman are equally important. The market vendor joyfully sells her produce. The fish vendor skillfully uses his cutlass to cut the fish. Keep on working. Let your smile be your motivation. Build a community of brotherly and sisterly love. Don't give up on your dreams. Surround yourself with positive thinkers. Think big and keep on moving. Keep pushing the envelope. Yes, push that envelope until you have succeeded. You may have made many mistakes, but that is no reason to stop. Don't you dare give up. Get ready for that overflow. Get ready for that breakthrough. The overflow is coming. Showers of blessings. Stay cool. Stay calm. Stay collective. Ride the rough waves of life. Hold on to that rope tightly. Just keep working. Keep moving. Keep believing. Self-motivation. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lies and Deceit. I am your host, Soraya Alexander, better known as Soso. How are you today? What was your day like? What did you do? My day was busy. You know, my people, how are y'all? How are y'all? Let me shout out to my senior citizens. How y'all doing? I love y'all like crazy. I have a mommy 82 years, you know. And there's no way I'm gonna let people disrespect you. Auntie Katie, how you doing, Auntie Katie? Hope everything is okay with you, and I know your kids love you, and I know your kids take care of you. So, you know, I do not like elderly abuse. I really don't like that. And people are sensitive by their mothers, especially. Don't tell people things on their mother. They go pluck you. Now, on my last show, you were very, very good in terms of the support and the coffee. And I know my last show, I went down very hard. And this is who I am. And my goal is to ensure that we get the best set of men and women to govern our country. I am passing through, so I have to make sure I do what I have to do, and you do what you have to do for the future generation. But let me shout out Melly for last show. She bought me coffees. Thank you. Thankful for you speaking up for the people. Yes, Melly, I will continue speaking up. You know, somebody's got to do it. But thanks for the support, Melly. Love you loads. And somebody else bought loads of coffee, and they said, keep doing a great job. Okay, and someone else said, thank you for speaking loud for those at the back. And Anna also bought me coffee. My girl Mary Lee's lots of coffee. Someone else said, keep it up, we love you. And I love you more. And, excuse me, Miriam bought me loads of coffees for Akeem, as always. Thank you, darling. But I just want to tell y'all, you know, your people are phenomenal. That despite what they say about Soso, you are intelligent to realize that I am actually bringing you a message that is good. A message for the betterment of not only me, but for you and our country. So I appreciate all your coffee support, and A lot of people have been messaging me how to support people. The link is pinned at the top of the live. So if you want to support, just go to the top of the live and you will see the link. Okay, and people got upset with me because of me coming down hard on the United Workers' Party. But let me tell you, I am your guiding light in a dark place. But the United Workers' Party have to be very careful. Because some of the people who are your surrogates or whatever they are going to keep you in exile for the next 20 years. When you have somebody like Soraya coming here, speaking the truth, even SMP supporters support me, if you don't know that. They do. And tell me, so you are speaking the truth, because we want the best for our country, even if it's our party. But instead of the St. Lucia Labour Party, who has always been attacking me, I care shit to them, people who claim they love the United Workers' Party took my picture and other people's picture, post it in CAP, post it wherever. Who do you think you are hurting? You are not hurting so. You are hurting your party. And because let me tell you how you are hurting your party. People who are intelligent, people who are critical thinkers, my supporters are going to sit and think. You know what they're going to say? But what Soso saying there is so true. But look at the behavior. Y'all are not destroying me. You are destroying your party. I am confident in myself. I know who I am. Jealousy is a crime. But my supporters, let me tell you, I have to shout some of y'all out because, you know, and this is why I love y'all. But there are a few jealous ones. You know, a few jealous ones that, you know, are just ridiculous. And this is why I am saying, someone just bought me Mizi coffee. Thank you so much for the love. I love it. Continue buying the coffees. And that's why people love me. People love me because I am real. I'm one of the most loving person you will meet. I'm a very understanding person. I'm a very loving person. When I have to make firm decisions, I will make them. But I am somebody that is very reasonable, and I am a fun-filled person. So this is why you will not only come and see politics on my wall, right? You will see other things, because you have to bear in mind that I have different markets catering to. I'm not only catering to the St. Lucian market, because St. Lucia doesn't have 70 million people. Our stats show us where our people are coming from. So I have to be mindful of them, that I don't lose these types of engagement. But let me tell you something. I love y'all like kosher love Labu. So when you'll go tell people those things, when you'll tell them to watch so it's not me that losing, not me that want United Workers' Party to win, y'all. But I have to shout out some people. Let me do that. Let me get. I want to shout out Sarah Joseph, Sean Frederick, Philippa Marius, Jason Lionel, Teresa Augustine, Cynthia Stephen. I want to say thank you for the support. I am not in this group, but people saw the rubbish and they sent it to me. And this is why I love y'all. People are able to have Soso back. And this means the world to me, that you want your party to do better. You want your party to move forward. So it only solidifies my points when I come here to say to y'all that you have people within your own party destroying it. I am being honest coming here, speaking from my heart 3 times a week, sometimes more, so that we can have a better country. And it is such a delight to me when I saw those comments, because it means people are thinking for themselves. Sonjay Williams said, so you are a girl, we have your back, we're not warring with them. You have your people who are staunch flubbos listening to Soso and saying this is wrong what you posted in Cap and all over the place, trying to belittle me. But I am happy that those same people are saying no, we're having none of it, because we want our party to do better. We want our party to progress. So the plot y'all have going about telling people not to listen to Soso, not to support her in buying the coffees, it is not working against me. It is working against y'all, because I'm going to tell you something. The St. Lucia Labour Party have their people listening to me every night to hear what I'm saying. So whoever listens to Soso wins. Whoever listens to me win. Tell me who in St. Lucia speaks so boldly like Soso. And when I come here, I don't do crap. I give you all information. And I have people like Anisha Callback from Canada believing in me. I have some other people, but they don't want me to mention their name. Believing. They support the show. Right? They support the show. So if you want good governance, you're going to reach out in your pockets and buy coffees and support the show. This is counterproductive. And when I say that the United Workers' Party need a whole new face, you think Soso lying? Maybe some young people won't come into the party because of some young people you all have there that are cantankerous. You got to think, the goal is to win an election with the best team. And for now, what the St. Lucia Labour Party have, they are just holding on by a thread. A lot of y'all believe in me, so this is why I can't let y'all down. I'm not worrying with the naysayers, but I am showing you the effect it can have. So when I come here and saying your party needs to do better, it's all because of all this. It's because of all this. But my supporters were smart enough to fire back. And again, I would just like to say, I love y'all like crazy. And thank you for believing in y'all so. Let me tell you, I have never received such love like that. And I know why y'all love me, because I'm me. I have no reason to put on. I have no reason to be jealous of anybody. Jealous of people for what? So my people, tonight, it is going to be a hot night. Can you believe the hypocrisy in our country? Around this time, you would have heard the bacchanal, the roro, from all the so-called economists, the so-called people that love St. Lucia. They would be on Alan Chasney United Workers' Party government case. Where are they? I am going to show you the lies and deceit tonight. Let me tell you all something. People, we are in for a rough ride. Now, I am telling you, St. Lucia is being run. Let me tell you why SLP won. They have their people in strategic positions all across St. Lucia. Now, let me tell you why they won. Because their people sang very loud. Are you hearing them singing? There was something that was done, and you were slapped in your face with it. Gas increased by $1. Alan Chasney kept it to $13.95. You remember Jean-Marie? I am telling you, this is why you all have to support Soso. Go support Soso, buy the coffees. The naysayers that was telling you, do buy the coffees. Because Soso is the one talking for y'all to understand. You remember Mr. Jamari when he came to talk about the petrol prices? I'm going to show y'all everything tonight. You remember when he came and he talked and the government have to do better? Let me tell you right now, comparing where Shas was and where we are now, all of us catching our asses. Every single one of us, we are catching our asses. Let me tell you, you must be able, I hope you're reading instead of all the roll the bacchanal. You know, sometimes you have to laugh at the madness, nothing wrong with that. But I hope you are reading. If you realize they are dropping snippets here, Philip J. Pierre was Prime Minister since July 28th, 2021. And now he is coming with some foolishness because, you know, it's a knee-jerk reaction with this government. They are not visionaries and they do not know what to do. Go, Emma. So right now, he is coming, putting some foolishness on one of the news outlets, right? Because Trevor, is it Trevor Louisi? Yes, the managing director of Lucelec, he came out to say that the price of electricity is going to go up because of fuel. Obviously, we expect that. Okay? Obviously, we expected that. However, Philip J. Pierre today want to put at the 11th hour, and I want to know, and some of y'all got vexed and saying all kind of papi show when I said, where were all those ministers 8 months and they now issue? People say, no, they had this, they had that. No. All of us, after this government, the United Workers' Party, lost, whoever, we all came out and we had to live day by day. We had to live. So don't go and hide and come out now and tell us to just put our arms around you. We stayed the course. So Philip J. Pierre today is coming and say, oh, with the rising fuel cost, the government is putting something for the vulnerable to help them and the unemployed. Philip J. Pierre, please don't insult my intelligence and the people of St. Lucia. The pandemic didn't just start now as you are deciding to give the vulnerable and the unemployed electricity. For 8 long months they have been suffering. Alan Shastey had something in place for them. But you had to show the previous government as a bad government by stopping everything. And only now at the 11th hour, you want to tell the people you put in something in the budget. So I want to know if from July 28th, 2021, if the people of St. Lucia didn't have their electricity bills to pay. When you as a prime minister can open your mouth and say there is nothing much you can do with inflation, it tells me you don't know what you're doing. But I remember your partner, your bosom buddy, your whatever, always eating at Jamari. Oh, there you're having all conversation. He was blasting the former administration, read the petrol increases. I am going to show you what he said. But today, fuel is $14.95. His mouth closed. He was saying that the government need to do better. The previous United Workers' Party administration had to do better, and they're not doing better. Where is Aaron Alexander? I went into the archives to look for y'all. For y'all St. Lucians to open your mouth. It doesn't matter which party is in power. What matters is that you and I can survive. How can we have a group of men and women, right, who cannot see that we are the ones to be cushioned from the increasing prices? This man came into office and he did not even give the people of St. Lucia a 3 months reprieve. He did nothing. But all of them, that is why everybody is quiet. They are ashamed. But all the activists was asking the former administration for reprieve, for help. This is how we as citizens supposed to think. Something is drastically wrong with this government, and this man is clueless. This man is clueless. Now I am going to play for you. I know you don't like to hear Philip Mosso's way, but you have to listen, because I have to make the comparison with what he is saying to what Jean-Marie was saying when Alan Chastanet was in office. The hypocrisy in this country stinks. So we are going to take the gas tank address by the Prime Minister, just a little bit, maybe about a minute for you to hear what's going on.
Shortfalls in revenue will have serious implications for the government's already strained cash flow and its ability to make critical expenditures in areas such as healthcare, education, social assistance, wages and salaries, and debt payments. Collections from the excise tax on gasoline and diesel are needed to finance government operations, including the provision of supplies to hospitals and health facilities, the management of COVID-19, and the provision of educational equipment and supplies. If retail prices are kept unchanged, these critical government functions and services may be jeopardized to the extent that the government may have to cut or defer expenditure on vital services, increase domestic payables, which were already in excess of $150 million at July 2021, or borrow more or increase income tax.
Or borrow more or increase income tax. Did you listen to what Philip J. Pierre said? I don't know who writes this man's speech, or if he really understands the bigger picture concerning our fiscal position, which he should. If you listen to Philip J. Pierre, he is, oh Lord Jesus, people, you have to think deep. He is basically saying to the people of St. Lucia, as if fuel prices, what he gets from fuel prices, that alone fuels the economy. And you heard what he said. And all of y'all who are sitting in government jobs thinking y'all are safe, y'all need to listen to that little piece. I'll play it again for you. The man is basically saying that if he did not increase the fuel by $1, which is just total rubbish, the man is saying that our medical hospitals, our medical health centers, our civil servants, salaries and wages, a lot of things would suffer. Is that an address you want to hear from your Prime Minister? You heard what he said, and I have been saying that for months, and people maybe have thought that, okay, so just saying that. The man is basically telling y'all he ain't have money to pay y'all. He is basically telling y'all that he doesn't have money to fund our hospitals and our health centers. The man is saying he is going to increase taxes or borrowing. Now, I want to know what is he's taxing. We tax out of our asses already. What are you taxing again? And it is ridiculous that if you increase taxes, it means that the average family will be able to buy less, because the food prices are up, fuel prices are up, right? And then we have to still pay the 12.5. This is what you all have to listen to and go out there and tell people. I'm going to play that. And he's talking about increased payables. Excuse me, people. This man said when he was out of government, he had all the answers. So I am playing that for you to have a little idea of how the budget will be. The budget is not going to be people-oriented based on external shocks. This man don't care. Philip J. Pierre and his government do not give a damn about the people of St. Lucia. Listen to that tape again. I know it's hard to listen because I can't really understand what he's saying. I have to listen carefully, but listen again.
Shortfalls in revenue will have serious implications for the government's already strained cash flow and its ability to make critical expenditures in areas such as healthcare, education, social assistance, wages and salaries, and debt payments. Collections from the excise tax on gasoline and diesel are needed to finance government operations, including the provision of supplies to hospitals and health facilities, the management of COVID-19, and the provision of educational equipment and supplies. If retail prices are kept unchanged, these critical government functions and services may be jeopardized to the extent that the government may have to cut or defer expenditure on vital services, increase domestic payables, which were already in excess of $150 million at July 2021, or borrow more or increase income tax.
Good evening, Miss Clara. How are you, darling? Thanks for your well wishes. Hope all is well. My people, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. And I am happy the United Workers' Party is not in government. Because let me tell you, I wouldn't want to be the Prime Minister of St. Lucia right now. We are about to eat rocks. Things are hard. It tells me Philip J. Pierre came to address the nation, and this man did not have a comprehensive plan as to how he is going to cushion the blow from this pandemic. Philip J. Pierre is acting as if we only get our revenues, right? We only get our revenues from fuel taxes, excise taxes. This man is not ready to govern. So I am telling you, Labour is a government that doesn't care. Let me tell you who they care for. They care for their staunch supporters to ensure they are put in various positions and they can eat. And the Malawi y'all are going to drag for the next 5 years. Civil servants, he is going, and I just don't understand why CSA went to vote for Philip J. Pierre, because I listened to him before the elections, and one of the things, I'm trying to get that tape, it's in somewhere, I'm trying to get it, but I can't get it yet. But he is saying, when Alan Chastney was in office, he is saying one of the ways to reduce our debt is to cut down on the civil service. And this is what he wants to do. And I'll show you with a pie chart why he wants to cut it down. This is our biggest expenditure. Wages and salaries, 35.1%. This man did an address to the nation. This is why you all have to listen to what these politicians are saying. It's not about me. It's about our survival. Listen to what they are saying. Philip J. Pierre sounds lost. If our civil service, right, look at it, $574.41 million wages and salaries. The man cannot even give the employees who have lost their jobs, like Alan Chastney did, for a period. I think he even extended it sometimes. When he said 3 months, he get another 3 months, like 6 months. Philip J. Pierre has not given any employee or unemployed person a reprieve. He has not done that. He has not done that. People, what is going to be in the budget tomorrow? Look at all the other things. Capital expenditure, where he was ready to choke Alan Chasney, Guy Joseph, kuye yo bobolis, kuye yo vole, kuye yo tutsot kalte, no, right? Where it is only 17%, our biggest elephant in the room is the civil service. Why do you think Montrop is saying that they have to secure their pension? Man, what pension you want to secure? I myself, my money at NIC, they better give my money. Talking about secure pension? All of us in the same boat. Why must civil servants believe that they have a right to just get everything, and we the the citizens who work for private organizations and not for the government, why should we suck salt? Secure your pension, man, are you for real? So the elephant in the room tomorrow is wages and salaries. Now, Philip J. Pierre had said we need to cut the wages and salaries by 50%. So if we cut it by 50%, what is your plan for those people we have sent away, or you have sent away? You should be able to have a plan that if you are going to cut the civil service, that you extend maybe more relief, more concessions, more something to the private sector so that they could absorb these people. But you came in saying Alan Chasney, right, wasted our money. But I need to ask you a question, sir. If Alan Chasney wasted our money, where are you getting all the monies to do all what you're doing, putting this one in position, doing that, get 10 million to do this, 10 million to do that? Where did you get the money? So this is for y'all to see. What is in the budget for y'all, my people of St. Lucia? It is right in your eye, and Philip J. Pierre cannot handle our economy. Philip J. Pierre is lost. We are dependent on tourism, and a prime minister is doing an address to the nation and spoke nothing on agriculture, spoke nothing on tourism, but only spoke about customs, excise, fuel. People, if you're not hearing, if you're not seeing, I do not know. I really, really, really do not know. So I am going to show you again the video of St. Jude's Hospital reconstruction. Listen to what he said. Well, don't play it yet, sweetie. Listen to what he said very clearly. If he is not collecting money, how can he service? How can he operate our healthcare system, our hospital, our health centers? Listen to what he said. And Philip J. Pierre, before he gave this address, the man said that the St. Jude's Hospital was on its way to completion. Look at it, Philip J. Pierre. You need to come and answer my questions, Papi. Look at St. Jude's again. who said that Guy Joseph and Alan Chasney, along with Fresh Start, were in cahoots re St. Jude's Hospital. I am not here to lie on anybody, as I always said. I listen to what people say and I watch your actions. And he said, the man is basically telling St. Lucians that he doesn't have money. He doesn't have money to do anything for them. I thought you promised the people of St. Lucia $1,500, and now you're saying you don't have money. You said you don't have money to do anything. I don't know. I don't have money. This is what you're saying to them now, and that you have to increase taxes. Man, what are you taxing? You taxing my chairs? What are you taxing? The stones? What are you taxing? The floor? The tiles? What you charge? Oh, taxing.
God have mercy upon us.
We don't have money. What you want St. Lucians to go and do? Bomb? What you taxing? Bomb not even paying again. What do you want us to do with our lives? What you taxing? And people of St. Lucia, you'll have to arise. You'll have to arise. So I've been hearing people saying there is no insulin. Imagine we had a situation in St. Lucia. God. I am not saying the United Workers' Party was perfect when it comes to healthcare. They had their shortcomings too. But Alan Chasney had a contact to make things happen. My Lord and my God, how come somebody got hurt with a nail? And there was no tetanus injection here to give them. They had to source it from Fort de France. How did our country get so bad? And it has nothing to do with party. It has everything to do with bad governance. How did our country get so bad? Do you know, my people, this is why I show you the hospital. Oh Lord, I am talking to you all. My heart is heavy. My heart is heavy. Do you know right now that the hospitals in Martinique, Fort de France, that if anybody in St. Lucia is sick and maybe don't have the money, but government is willing to send them overseas, well, to Martinique, and they give them the letter and saying that government is going to pay it after the person leaves or whatever, the person gets the care. You know, they're not accepting it again. Under Alan Chasney, they were accepting it. Let me tell you why. Because they had confidence in Alan Chasney. They had confidence in Alan Chasney, so this is why they were accepting the letter. So right now, if you have to go to Fort de France, any of the hospitals, you have to have your cash or a banker's draft or a money order, whatever they call it. So our government cannot even help us to say if a student needs to be rushed overseas and they can say, well, okay, I am going to, here's the letter, we're going to pay. Our letter is no good. We broke it. Because you come into government, sat your ass there for 8 months, and you were putting all your friends first, and while we were dying, people are saying they cannot get insulin. People cannot get nothing. Don't you expect people to be depressed? My God, I really want to know what's in that budget tomorrow, because he's talking about borrowing. But when Chasney was borrowing, they had an issue. Chasney had to borrow because we lost our mainstay. I really wanted to know, people, honestly, I really wanted to know how our country was running, right? We lost all that monies in because of the pandemic due to our tourism industry. How was Philip J. Pierre running our country? And if you listen to him, all he can say is the United Workers' Party administration managed the finances of the country badly, but you are there. I don't care if UWP, they're gone. You are now our Prime Minister. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing for the people of St. Lucia? I have never heard that in my life. You go to Matnik and you have a government letter and they're telling you, Paisia. St. Lucians, we are in trouble. We are in serious trouble. Now I am going to play for you what Jean-Marie was saying when Alan Chasney was in office. Listen.
The price of crude is going up, and that's all petroleum products will go up.
Managing Director Jean-Marie and Sons, Evaristus Jean-Marie, is again sounding an alarm following the Monday, March 8th fuel price adjustment. The businessman accurately predicted the last increase in gas prices, which saw the cost of gasoline raised to a staggering $13.20 per gallon. It coincides with a recent hike on the world market, with a barrel crude surpassing $70 this week.
What the government has done now is reduce its excise tax on fuel from $4 to $3.70. So I suppose, in a sense, they have stemmed any further increases in the price of fuel, but I still think that there is need to give the minibus drivers a break, because at that $13 it is a high price.
Jean-Marie has accused the current UWP government of being far removed from the actualities of everyday life in St. Lucia. He urges that policy decisions taken by the ruling party should reflect the needs of the masses.
There is need to visibly show that the government is working, and perhaps the more visible way of doing that is to do visible things like build roads and put up structures. But I mean, these things are not as important as how people get by day to day, which is they need money in their hand to buy food and to look after their families. That is a more important thing right now.
As for the languishing transportation sector that has been clamoring for a COVID-19 relief package from March 2020, Jean-Marie says another round of industrial tumult last witnessed in December 2020, where some associations withdrew their services, leaving thousands stranded, would not come as a surprise to him.
It's getting increasingly difficult. When you have to meet your everyday costs, and you cannot just abandon the business, but you're there and you're hemorrhaging cash because you have to buy fuel, and very often minibus drivers say they take very little home, and they have major expenses, insurance to meet their car, they have loans to supply, and it can become very frustrating. And I wouldn't be surprised, at some point they say, look, enough is enough.
The National Council on Public Transportation was scheduled to meet with the Minister for Transportation, Guy Joseph, recently. However, efforts to ascertain the outcome of that meeting have been unsuccessful. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.
The meeting with Guy Joseph with the NCOPT was unsuccessful, but you all had a meeting with King, of course. What did you all get? What did you all get? You all wanted us to pay higher bus fare. What did you all get? You know what re means? Nothing.
God have mercy upon us.
Now y'all tails between your legs, y'all cannot talk because y'all were shouting loud. Chasmas go, they're not doing nothing for bus drivers. Your tails between your leg. And the sad thing about this is that all of us are paying for it. The noise, we are in a bad state, and the noise is deafening. Nobody is saying anything. Everybody's hiding behind closed doors to talk. Whereas y'all had shut down the country. People couldn't go to work, no buses, nothing. Because y'all wanted, and here's Jean-Marie. Jean-Marie, those same bus drivers, don't they have to pay the same loans? People need to survive. Many people, no, some people don't even eat 3 meals a day. So where is the $1,500 your best friend, Prime Minister, promised the people of St. Lucia? I will always say, and this is why y'all have to love me, And this is why you'll have to support with the coffee. Tonight, only one person have bought coffees thus far. This is why you'll have to support me, because I am the real deal. These businessmen are only for their pockets. So right now, life is good for him. His party is in power. He doesn't care for you and me. Our ass can catch a fire. He don't care with us. This is why I keep saying politicians are the greatest deceiver. And their surrogates and their friends. I want to know if right now these same people he was saying that were hungry and the previous administration wasn't giving them anything. I want to know. I really want to know if he has given them the $1,500 multiplied by the 3 months they said they were going to give it to them. Now, I could rejoice and say good for y'all, but you know what? Sadly, people like me who knew better and didn't vote for rubbish, we all gonna catch our tails in this. You hear him? Did you hear this man say anything about the dollar? My God, such a heartless government. Philip J. Pierre is not willing to absorb anything on behalf of the people of St. Lucia. $1 you put on fuel. Did you hear Jean-Marie saying anything about that? You see the hypocrisy in this country. This is why you have to vote. Not only because of these foolish men and this foolish government with the rubbish they came to say to you. You have to look at what was before you. He talking about roads, people not eating roads. But I know many of you right now are crying because Philip J. Pierre and his band of robbers, what they did, they stopped all projects. They stopped all projects. So he said people not eating road, but they are now going to do a road ancillary Venar, right? And gave the contract to whoever. So I want to know, why are you fixing roads in Ancillary and Vanna? People not eating roads. You see the nastiness that does be peddled during an election? And when I'm here, coming to tell you the truth, you have surrogates wanting to go and tell people, don't listen to so-so, don't support so-so, don't do this, and I'm bringing the damn truth to y'all. Straight in your face. Listen to y'all. Think that Prime Minister, when he is talking about he cannot do anything. Said Lucians beware, not this one, where he says, yes, PM makes impassioned plea to consume local. What local we consume in Philip J. Pierre? Dog shit? What is there to eat? Is it dog shit you sending us to eat? Is it dog shit you sending, or cat poop you sending us to eat? Because what the hell is there to eat? What the hell is there to eat? When somebody tell me they have one meal a day, and that's all they have, and you want to come and puff up your chest, eat local, what we eating?
God have mercy upon us.
I never know where it came from. I don't know where it came from.
I swear this man is mad. I swear this man is insane. Listen to him. He can't do nothing for y'all. Look what Labour do, y'all.
The government can amend VAT or duties on imported items to help cushion price hikes. However, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre says this move may come at a cost to government. The public has witnessed a spike in goods at the supermarket and retail stores amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Pandemic-related supply chain disruptions and increased inflation are being blamed for the increase in prices. The UN's benchmark food and commodity prices index rose sharply on average through 2021 compared with 2019. For 2021 as a whole, averaging across the entire year, the FAO Food Price Index averaged 125.7 points, as much as 28.1% above the previous year. Pierre says while the government can implement initiatives to help lower prices, this may hurt its revenue.
We can adjust or amend the duties and the VAT paid on these items in St. Lucia. But that means that you have to weigh the circumstances. You have to weigh the consequences. That will cause a drop in revenue. What the government has to do is we have to do what is called a cost-benefit analysis and see whether if we lose that revenue, it will not have an effect on the economy, on the quality of life of the people of St. Lucia. Because the only way we get revenue is from import duties, from VAT, and from taxes. It's the only way we can collect any revenue, or loans. So that's what we have to do. So the idea of the people saying that we can do something about the cost of goods, that really is a fallacy. It almost doesn't make any sense because these goods are imported.
Pierre reminds the public that the prices of imported items are out of the government's hands.
The high prices of food, basically foods that are imported, we have absolutely no control over it. We have no control over it because it is what we call imported inflation. These prices come from goods that are brought out of the country, and the increases are due to circumstances out of the country. Circumstances due to COVID, circumstances due to problems with the supply chain. So we have absolutely no control over these prices when they're imported.
Despite a contraction in tourism activity in 2020, according to the Social and Economic Review, St. Lucia's food import bill was still $330 million. So amid the health crisis, how can the public reduce imported inflation? The Prime Minister once again made an impassioned plea to consume homegrown items.
What we can do is we can use what goods that we produce in St. Lucia. We can improve our food security by consuming locally produced foods. And even that may have an issue because in terms of if you have to buy fertilizer, etc., the price of these things are getting higher. And this is why when I made a point about consuming our local food, and I used a point that we could use our bananas, I was ridiculed by people who basically should know better, but I guess it's political. So the answer is very simple. The government has to weigh as to the consequences of getting a loss of revenue vis-a-vis the cost of imported goods. Or secondly, we have to see if we can consume more of our local stuff, grow more of our food, buy more from our local manufacturers to see if we can avoid that level of imported inflation.
In January 2022, the FAO of the UN reported that world food prices fell slightly in December as international prices for vegetable oils and sugar fell significantly from lofty levels. FAO officials expect that high prices may ease off as production increases to match demand. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.
Oh my God, my producer and I are laughing up here because we're trying to understand what this man is saying. People, did you understand what he is saying?
God have mercy upon us.
Did you did you understand what Pierre was saying? The man is telling us to eat. But dear people, if you are asking us to eat more local, so it says, I'm just thinking analytically now and strategically. You're asking the people of St. Lucia to eat things grown locally. So you should now come to us as the people of St. Lucia, whom you have asked to eat things grown locally, and tell us the amount of money you have saved by not exporting stuff. So the monies you have saved by not exporting stuff, because I know it's just bullshit, this man talking. The monies you have saved by not exporting stuff, sorry, not importing, not exporting, not importing stuff, that money now should be available because you're spending less, right, on importing goods. So you should have a little free hand with money there. So you're asking them to eat more. So you should use that money to generate employment, do something. You think it's jackass. You think it's jackasses you're dealing with, Philip J. Pierre. Because all your people gone to sleep. I ain't go to sleep, you know. I on your ass like white on rice because this is bullshit to ask us as St. Lucians to eat more local. So that means your import bill will be less. If it's less, what the hell are you doing with that money? Is it going to be filtered to the people of St. Lucia? Stop allowing these damn politicians to fool your St. Lucians. You have to think you and not politicians and not government. They don't give a damn about us. You're asking us to eat local, and then where all the savings going to give your friends big jobs and to do all your under-table deals? You're not talking to jackasses, and all the other people that should be talking against this man are silent because all of them have gotten what they wanted. Our import bill is so damn freaking high. Whether we eat local or not, it's still gonna be high. So stop the bullshit telling us to eat local. What have you done to help the people of St. Lucia in order for us to eat local? Our country is filled with so many people with chronic ailments that they all cannot just eat the fig that you're asking them to eat. They can't. This is a madman. This man said that his friend said to him that he's a madman. And I believe his friend. This is a madman. Jeez. You see, the people overseas in the diaspora, I know they're not fooling you all. I know. I really know. However, our people here need to open their eyes. Because if you're asking me to make a sacrifice, that means you have savings somewhere. Are you going to use that money to make it work in your local economy to help people? People, it is a sad day in St. Lucia. That budget is a gadget. Because you will hear him tomorrow. You remember all of them were saying, Madi Poete. You will hear him tomorrow in the budget, whatever it is. He is talking about increasing taxes. Labour is a wicked government. This is a clueless, wicked government because we are catching. People, I went to the supermarket and I could not believe what the hell I buy for all that money with little bags. How are we surviving in this country? And you come in and tell us eat fig vet? Man, don't insult us. Because if it was Alan Shaston that tell us to eat fig vet, we would be vexed with him the same way. What nonsense he telling us to eat fig vet? So who are you for us not to be vexed with you? Where is Aaron Alexander? Kote used to where is he? Where is Aaron Alexander? St. Lucians, beware of rising global food prices. All of them crawl back in there. All of y'all are wicked people because you know why? You know why y'all are wicked? Y'all left the people, the voiceless who depended on y'all to speak for them. Y'all left them to suffer. Because all of y'all encourage them. That's good. And right now people catching their ass. Our ass is catching on fire every day. Play the video.
Added pressure on household budgets as soaring food prices threaten to increase hunger pangs worldwide, according to a March 4, 2021 assessment by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO. The food price index rose for the 9th consecutive month in February, with quotations for sugar and vegetable oil increasing the most. With the price index on raw food materials on the rise, President of the Ayanola Council for the Advancement of Rastafari, Aaron Alexander, is calling for increased agricultural activity locally to counteract elevated food prices.
A country or nation who does not cultivate its vineyard is sure to die of hunger, and that is what we will be faced with if at this time we are not even seeing the necessity to give greater support to farmers, especially young farmers right now.
According to the FAO, the vegetable oil price index gained 6.2%, reaching its highest level since April 2012. Prices for palm, rape, sunflower, and soy oils all rose.
The Rastafari community, we presented a Soy for Life project to both administrations, and all we got was lip service. Up to now, this is languishing, and this is a viable project, a Soy for Life project, where we could usher in a soy industry vis-a-vis the banana industry, into St. Lucia. We'll be talking about cannabis. Cannabis, is such a plan that could be used to do so many things, including for food security. And yet still we see the government dragging its feet.
In February 2021, the Choiseul branch of Massy Stores fell prey to a brazen smash and grab in the wee hours of the morning, with food products among the items stolen. Alexander fears that desperation to secure food could lead to increased lawlessness.
So if we don't wake up as a people, we could only imagine what's going to happen when food wars start in St. Lucia and supermarkets are being broken into because people are hungry. We're looking for trouble with the way we're going there with this current way we're governing our country.
Alexander calls for a strengthening of the island's agriculture system to ensure St. Lucia's food security. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.
And thank you to the person who just bought me 20 coffees. The person realized what I am doing, what I am telling you tonight is truth. So y'all have to go and support and buy the coffee. Don't come and say, because what I'm doing here, you can't get me rich. But you are supporting me, telling me that you believe in me. And this person just bought 20 coffee. It's a lady. Well, I think it's a lady. I don't know, but I can't see the person's name. Now, hear this, people. Where is Aaron Alexander? They burn hypocrite. Where is Aaron Alexander? Everybody has gone into hiding. Aaron Alexander said, if you listen to the video, Aaron Alexander said, if people not getting work, food prices increasing, they would go into the supermarket, they broke into Marcy's store, and people will try and do what they can to survive. So Aaron Alexander, right now, all of us catching our asses, right? So what are you going to say? Are you saying we should go into various supermarkets and steal because this government hasn't given us a cent? Can you believe the ordinary man who has beaten pans for this government, they have not looked at them? There is so much rural. Let me tell you, this is why when I come here and I give flubbo licks, it's for you all to do better. Open rebuke is better than secret love. I will not love you in secret, right? And behind your back, I'm malpalaying you. I give it to you live and directly. So anything anybody come and tell you also, so say it on my live, I say it. Because when I leave here, I ain't have time to gossip. But they are falling apart. Let me tell you all, do you all know a lot of rural happening in this government? CCC is a mess. I heard accountants resign. I heard one of allegedly resign. I heard the one they put as, what is he? He's on some board. The Mr. Hennicat, he's allegedly resigned also. Everybody taking a back seat. Now you're taking a back seat. I thought it was Alan Chassel was not good. This is why I am going to always try to err by being honest. And if you have to like me or put me in any position, you're going to do it because you know this is so and this is what you get. I am not going to take any position from anybody, right? Because I spoke on their behalf so much and I didn't tell them where they were wrong. If you put me in a position as a prime minister and you know that I am capable, but I was also saying to you, don't do that, it's bullshit you're doing, we fine. But all of y'all sang for you'll supper, you'll sang for you'll supper. You'll never told Philip J. Pierre and his gang that they were doing a lot of things wrong before the election. But y'all made St. Lucians believe that the United Workers' Party was not good. All of them gone quiet. This is why So can speak. And like I said, this is why you'll have to support me and appreciate me. And don't try to go on Facebook and try and get people to hate me. The hate gang. You should appreciate me for being honest. And come in and tell you the truth. When I need to give Labour an uppercut, I give it to them. When I have to give Flabo an uppercut too, they getting it. Because at the end of the day, them politicians take care for us. Look at us, we catching our asses. And listen carefully, let me tell you people. We don't know what life brings, but let us try to be healthy. The man already tell you all in his address, because you're getting money, our health operations, they are going to suffer. Our hospitals, our health centers, they are going to suffer. And trust me, they're suffering a lot. These are the things you have to make noise about. And Ernest Hille, I do not know. Ernest Hille come with his bullshit explanation. Ernest is saying they didn't dismiss the people, their contracts are going to expire because they came in as consultants. But help me understand, Ernest Hille, Minister of Information Broadcasting, whatever the hell you are. Help me understand, sir. You and your party, anyway, y'all ain't no inclusive because y'all are tell me, don't talk about your prime minister. If we have to be friends, don't talk about your prime minister. Who the hell is going to tell me what and not what to talk about? You gotta be falling on your head. I want to know if you and Philip J. Pierre remembered when they sworn him in, he was going to be a government of inclusion. Lisa Joseph is St. Lucia's darling, if you don't know that. Whether it is Shasney bring her there, Dominica Pointer, whoever Pointer, I don't care. I do not care. Lisa Joseph is the darling of St. Lucia. During the press conferences and everything, you know, when Shas always had it, oh, my son Akim loved Lisa. She's so pretty. He likes listening to her. He likes her voice. The young people loved her. She is the darling of St. Lucia, if you don't know that. When there is a House of Parliament or a press conference and Lisa is there, we all listen. We all listen. So if your prime minister said, your leader said that he is going to be one that is going to embrace everybody, why wasn't Lisa's contract renewed? The darling of St. Lucia. Very competent young lady. Very personable. We never know. I never know. I don't know the lady affiliation. Maybe you all know, but I never, by listening to Lisa. And I watched this lady. I watched this young lady when I think there was some not press conference, but they were giving some jab again with Philip JP or whoever, and she had to be speaking to them, right? And it was all SLPs, all of them coming. She was the same person, like if it was United Workers' Party. You didn't know where she stand. And whether she supported Flobo, that's her damn business. She didn't show anything. This lady was what you call a professional. She's not insultive. She's not in rural, like some of them you now want to put in position. And you come in and write a bullshit press release talking about, consultants under UWP. Well, she was a damn good consultant, wasn't she? If you don't know, this is why I say y'all are mad. Call elections now. 70 knots in y'all tutu. 70 knots. 70 knots in y'all tutu. Call elections. Wicked.
God have mercy upon us.
Election now 17 not. Lisa is the darling of St. Lucia. Very competent, very professional. I never knew, even when SLP won, I never knew, and she was doing her job. Very calm, cool, and collective. She is brilliant. She is brilliant. But she's not a show-off. Very calm, very researched, very, very deep person. Not the shallow ones like all the Mrs. Forehead that want to come for my lies and deceit and have how much Iodex. I just order a container of Iodex for them because they'll need it all over their body.
God have mercy upon us.
Putting a set of people in position that think they're brighter than us. Why are you brighter than us? It's time Flobos and all the independents come out and shine and just put these people under the water. They have a persona about them that they're better than us. Oh, we more elite. Elite what? You only elite when your government in power and for you to get big jobs. St. Lucians will not forgive you, not Alan Chasney, that one, Philip JP and Ernest Ile. They will not forgive you all, and you know why? Lisa was the darling of St. Lucia, and she really calmed us down. We all looked forward to the press conferences. Now, Primus is an icon. Some people were saying Primus was on retirement, they bring him back, so they're not going to renew his contract. But I can tell you, when I don't know if the UWP maybe had a contract with, the government had a contract with Cox, but when Cox was doing the parliament where he has to speak patois, I couldn't understand what Cox was saying. I was like, I don't know, hear him, he wasn't good. When is Primus? Where is Lakagute? I understand in every word. Flowing. And somebody come under my wall and asking me, I didn't answer that person, if we know how Primus feel about that, what we saying. So I want to know if Primus say a shame, if you don't have feelings. Some of you all just rude, fast and indiscreet. He doesn't have feelings? Why are people losing their job because we believe, Alan Chasney put them there? Then they speak to the issue of youth, YOFF, youth economy. And I don't care what is Homer affiliation or not. Brilliant, beautiful, beauty and brains young lady and her contract stuff. Y'all said y'all were a government of inclusion. Y'all said y'all were for the people of St. Lucia. So let me tell you, and Sarah Flood Bobry hit the nail on the head when she said, so. St. Lucians elected a government that they are afraid of, and I totally believe that. Because I cannot understand how this government feel it is right to just throw professionals away, whether you hired them or not, to put your friends. You cannot create employment. You are a failure, and nobody come and tell me it is just 8 months, because let me tell you why. You had all the answers when you were in opposition. What happened? You would increase. I would increase. Increase the 550 to increase.
God have mercy upon us.
We want our country and our lives to return to normal.
And the other thing they're saying, $5 can block a hole. $5 can't do nothing for you. When you have a prime minister who said he doesn't go to the prime minister, what you think the gadget will be? And you see, we have professionals and we have people advising them, but it's what they want they do. What they want they do. People, I want to ask you, you know, I almost forgot we had a minister of education. Do we have a minister of education in St. Lucia? I am telling you, this government has no vision. You take 3,000 laptops and you give it to students. You did a ceremony making flash. But tell me, what is your implementation strategy to get those children or up to speed with ICT? What is your plan? Giving a child a computer in his or her hand, without the requisite skill is madness. And I know Gail had some programs going on for the students to learn ICT and also the teachers. You not hearing anything from Sean Edward. Do we have a minister of education in St. Lucia? Is Sean in hiding? Where is Sean? Were these people elected for a joyride to have fun? I want to be in it too. I want to go to Dubai. Take me to Dubai with y'all. I want to come to the big parties. I want to eat the nice food y'all eating. I want to drive in the Benz and the BMW. Bunch of hypocrites. St. Lucians, I have to suck it to y'all, because this is what they did, y'all. When the non-blanc was looking for y'all, they made him into a monster. I'm not saying Alan Schaffner is perfect, but people like I voted based on my rep. If I had put my ex anywhere for anybody else except Guy Joseph, I would have to be a mad woman. I would have to be a mad woman. And even in ancillary, the noise, ancillary people, y'all let the noise fool y'all, and I know y'all grind for day right now. Ezekiel didn't lose by much, but you know something, I wonder if there was a evil spirit over those Flabo ministers. Nobody recounted ancillary, nobody recounted Bobunu, nobody recounted Bobunu, nobody recounted Sofre. There was no bloody recount. First election, I tell y'all, first election, the information coming and toops in the computer. I tell y'all, they screw y'all up so much. I see that next election, people, keep your eyes open and get people who really support a vision. Vision. And this is what people have to understand. If you understand a vision, but you must also have good implementers. If you understand the vision, then I do not think the next election people are going to be confused. Right? But everybody must buy into the vision and to think, and I know for sure they're already catching their asses, that government, to think that you win by only being in government, flying to Dubai, flying to England, flying here and there. You have to be with the people on the ground. When the people voted for you, they voted for you to work for them. But they're working for all their horror friends. All their horror friends nicely. So let me tell you, if I get in it good, if I have my side businesses and government taking care of me because I make noise, I talk for them and this and that, I care for you, the poor people. Y'all can eat shit, I don't care for y'all. Why should I care for you? These is the things y'all have to be on Facebook hammering them. And Ernest Hiller is such a crook. Ernest Hiller is saying this man doesn't understand that he is in government. Sarah is not in government. This man does not understand that he is in government. You're doing a press release, oh, the leader of the opposition and his surrogates. Man, who write for you people? You are a minister of government. When you write, you don't write like that. You have to write your speech in a way it addresses everybody. But this government, they're angry. They're on attack. Before you say something, they're on attack. They're on attack. Boy, Senator Shans, we're in trouble. And the budget tomorrow, expect increased taxes, expect more borrowing, and expect nothing for y'all, because they're sending us to eat cat shit, dog poop. That's what they send. The man telling us to go and eat fig vet. Can you believe a prime minister? Every country is looking to cushion the blow. This man is saying he can't do anything for y'all. I am not excited about this budget, because if your budget, listen to his speech very well. This man is talking about taxes. This man did not even speak about tourism, our dollars, how we can improve it. This man did not even speak about that. So what do you expect? People, I tell you, I have to listen to that crap. Because of you, I have to listen to that crap. But when Philip JPS speaks, I cannot understand what he's saying. I just have to put my headphones on to try to understand what this man is saying. So my people of St. Lucia, somebody said VAT is going up to 20%. Somebody said VAT is going up to 20%. Somebody else said not even the crumbs Lucians will be getting, and I totally agree with you. Very well said, Felix Jane Felix. I love that comment. Can I love that comment 1,000,000 times? And I like people like you, Felix Jane. I like people like you. We are able to say things, but yet you see, the bigger picture. She said, Alan Shastney was not perfect during his reign, but this SLP government surely made him look perfect. Girl, you too far away from me for me to shake your hand. Virtual hugs to you. You are very correct about that. Alan Shastney has been redeemed because St. Lucia Labour Party government cannot govern. They cannot govern. And all the food I am giving you all there is to go back, share. Talk to your friends about it, share. Speak to them about what is going on. And somebody said nobody can understand what he is saying. It is very true. Nobody can understand what he's saying. When this man talking, I have to say, oh dear, what is Pierre saying there? What is Pierre saying there? I have to hurt my ears, and then tomorrow if I'm going to listen to budget, just send me the soft copy. Let me look at it. Oh dear, for me to sit down and listen to Pierre. You remember they were laughing at Shas. Listen to Pierre is like, my God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, help me. Miriam said, you are our guiding light. I am hoping so. I am hoping so, because We cannot, and as I've said, I've seen more people come in to support. We have people like Miriam supporting 24/7. We need other people to help and support by buying the coffees. It's for all of us, not one set. We can't leave the burden on one set. It's for all of us to go and support and buy the coffee. You don't have to buy me 20 coffee like somebody did, or 30 something coffees. Just one coffee to let us know you are there and you appreciate what we're doing. Because what we're doing here is not free. We have expenses behind this. Somebody said, what budget? Where will they get money from? We will pay for it in more tax. And you are very true, my dear. This is what he said. He is going to increase taxes. We will increase the 500 to 50. We will increase. Yeah, but he is now increasing the taxes in our asses. And trust me, what we were buying for our family, our spending, how will I say it? Our spending capabilities is going to be cut because of this government. This is a wicked government, because they have started already to victimize people. But listen, their house falling apart. Have no fear. This is why I'm giving Flobo the leaks. That's why I'm giving all the leaks to get your house in order. Their house falling apart. A little birdie tell me one of them, they want to kick them out already. Their house is falling apart. Where Bahau is so quiet? Somebody gave him something to drink. He and Diana are friends. Where Bahau people? Where Bahau people? He and Diana are friends. I know in Bahau he quiet. Har, 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 har.
God have mercy upon us.
Where is Bahau? All of them that come for so, all of them. You know, I am government minister and big shot. Let me tell you, I am a big shot just like you. But you know the big shot I am? I rest in God. I don't rest in men's favor, in men's money, in men believing because they have big position. I'm a servant to the people for now. And when God realizes it's time for me to leave this, I am going to leave it. But I'm your servant for now, because you know why? This is not of me, because I couldn't see myself coming and do that every time like that. This is definitely not of me. It's an inspiration from God. So you'll have to appreciate support so. I love y'all. Bon Dieu, tomorrow, people, I think y'all have to buy more coffees for me, because I need to get drunk on coffee for me to listen to that man, because I don't drink alcohol. So I'll drink the coffees, try to stay awake. Dear, and tomorrow, I think tomorrow we might have the last of our love, Miss Lisa Joseph and Mr. Primus. Will be their last day for us to hear their beautiful voices. But watch closely who they put. They're sending all their dots behind me to shut me up. When God gives you something, no man can shut you up. People, I love y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all on Wednesday, God willing. Same time, same place. Love y'all. Bye.
We expose lies and deceit. Expect us